Hi guys, so today I have some of Spellbinders' new collection releases for May of 2024. If you were or are an active member subscriber to their club kits, you had access to these things earlier, but today on the 10th, they have been released for the general population to pick up if you would like. So, I'll go through them in just a minute. So these items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. Sorry. So thank you for using those if you would like to. I have what they're calling their Timeless collection. I believe they have a Summer Fun collection, which are like some stamps, and then buttons galore and more, so some new like shaker mixes and things like that. And then of course the April club kits. So if you like some of the April kits but you weren't signed up or you missed it, you can pick them up now. So they're doing that more quickly. In the past, I think it was a few months down the road you can pick up the kits, but now as soon as the month is over and the new collections hit for the following month, you can pick up the club kits a la carte if you would like. And as I mentioned before, with the glimmer and the wax seal, it would be just the wax seal, handle and head, but no wax beads come with it. And then the glimmer is the glimmer, the plates, and the dies, but none of the foil comes with it. So those are perks of being a member if you pick it up as they're being released, right? For that month, not the next month they're released. So hopefully that's clear. One other thing I do want to mention, they do have a new machine coming out. They call it the Scout, and it's basically the same as your Platinum 6 or like the Platinum machines, but a little guy. And I want to show you the images of it because it is on pre-order. I think it's still on pre-order. Yeah. But it is so pretty. So let me pull that up. Okay, sorry about that. So that is the little Scout. If you want it just like in white, it matches your other white or platinum kind of machines, that's great. And then let me show you the Lilac Shimmer. So they're having bundles too, where it's the Platinum 6 plus the little guy. But let me just pull up the little guy so we can get some specs on that, because the other one, obviously, it's Platinum 6-inch machine, right? So this guy has a 3.5-inch platform. So it's a smaller piece, and I think it's 6 inches. Actually, it's a 3.5 by 9-inch platform. That's great. And coordinating universal plate system. So it does come with the universal plate system as like the newer machines, but it's 3.5 by 9. I thought it was 3.5 by 6. So that is really good. That's going to be really great for border dies or other things, whatever you can put on there. I always say put as many dies and paper as you can on whatever it is that you're cutting with so that your project goes faster, especially when you have like a lot of flowers and centers and all these things. It's fun. So I like that you have a longer plate there to do that with. But again, just a little guy. I do not have it to show you right now, but hopefully I'll have that soon. I will have soon the Platinum 6, so the mid-size machine, right? So there's going to be Scout, cutie pie, and then we're going to have Platinum 6, and then the Platinum machine, which is the largest one. I do have reviews already on Platinum 6 on the larger machine, the Platinum, but not on the little guy yet because it hasn't come out, and it's on pre-order, and hopefully I'll have that for you guys soon also to share with you. I will say, whenever something is just so pretty like this, the aqua one is the one I use every day, and it is beautiful. I know the light's picking up funny, but it is a very pearlescent light lilac color with those beautiful flowers on there. I know I had missed out on the Jane Davenport edition one, and that was so pretty, and it still bums me out. So if it's something that you like and maybe you're in the market for a new machine, that's why I'm showing it to you guys, because I know a lot of people say, a machine, I already have some or have one or whatever it is, but everyone's, I don't know where people are on their journey, or if there's a little travel one you're like, or, whatever it is, but I wanted to show you that to you. So I'll have the pre-order link in the description box also for the US and UK. Okay, Timeless collection. But before I get to that, there are two things that I think are just like basic items. I do have a BetterPress for the Timeless collection that maybe we'll get to, are these guys. So they are now carrying full-size ink pads, and I don't know why I'm opening this, but I guess just to show the inside of it to you guys. There you go. So it is the BetterPress Black. Maybe we'll use it today. This is kind of a smaller piece. I did want to use this one today for you guys, so we will see. Just a nice big size, large size, instead of these smaller ones, which I will, sorry guys, bring out later to show you. But same thing, it has the fabric top, and you can re-ink it and all that good stuff. So it's just the larger ones, so you can get those big plates inked up pretty quickly. This one is very interesting. It is called the BetterPress ink DIY pad. I like how it says some stuff. I don't think there's anything on this. There might be some. No, yeah, it's completely dry. So what happens is you're going to put your own ink on this. And the reason I thought it was funny because it says acid-free, permanent, waterproof, but obviously you're going to use the re-inkers to ink this guy up. So, you know, since we're talking about it now, let me go ahead and grab those re-inkers and we'll get it soaked and then we'll go from there. So I have several re-inkers. What I think I'm going to do is... Oh, hydrangea, that's pretty. I want to mix 2 colors. So the hydrangea and azalea? My question's like, huh? But I just want to see something. Let's pop a little bit of this on here. So it's a nice blue. And then maybe going into azalea. Okay, we can do that. And then maybe where it meets in the middle, we might get some purple. And I want to do this lengthwise. And I know that's different. When you're thinking about something like this, a lot of times you want to put like 3 colors or 4. I think what I'm going to do is really soak this up in this way with azalea. And I don't know if you see what I'm doing. I'm kind of rubbing it in. Some people like to put dots, whatever it is, but you really are going to have to fill this guy up. So I really want that to kind of really get in there. And since this is completely dry, you're going to want to be pretty heavy-handed with it because it's going to suck all the way down or soak all the way down into this guy, right? All the way down in there. So I'm going to leave that for now. I'm barely coating that top piece, but what I'm saying is it's going to leach all the way down in here, so you can imagine you're going to want to use quite a bit. And then here's my blue or hydrangea. And if you really want those to mix, I suppose you can kind of give them a zhuzh, but after it starts migrating, I think it'll start mixing anyway. I was gonna say another thing we can do is kind of pour this in the very side. You're really wanting to soak this in, you know? So that's another way of getting some more ink in there to kind of soak in. So we'll check back on this later, but I'm really wanting to get that super saturated. I don't even know how to tell you how much ink I used on that. I just was squeezing it, so quite a bit. The answer is quite a bit. I'm going to get some in here too, down this side. Just kind of letting that soak in. And I'm going to leave it flat so it really just does its job there. Now, I'm really soaking it in there. I mean, if you want to just leave it as a kind of a very surface level kind of inking and just let it soak in, or just use it right away, just using that as an applicator, I guess that's another thing you can do. But there we go. So I'll probably write on here what I put. So azalea and, you know, yeah, azalea and hydrangea. Oh, they're both flower names. I'm gonna leave this flat. We'll leave that there. We'll check on that later. Okay, I'm gonna leave these out so I remember exactly which ones I used. Okay. The Times collection has 6 sets of butterflies, you guys, and these always fly out. Generally, was what I've noticed. So, this one's called Misty Morning Butterflies, and they're all slightly different. I'm looking at this guy. It's not the same, like, design, just a different color. They're different butterflies, right? So they do a really nice job of that, as you can see. So beautiful artwork on those. So this is Misty Morning, so it's very beautiful with the teals and like a little light blue, a little fuchsia and hot pink, you know, a little bit of that mustard kind of yellow, and a little more of a translucent kind of white butterfly. This one's called Sunrise Butterflies, and this one's just very the other one's called Misty Morning, but this one to me reminds me of like a dusty pink, dusty blue, so very misty, beautiful colors, and you can see the purple in there. And this is Summer Day, a little more pops of bright color with that lime green, the yellow, and then the pink, really beautiful, and the blue is more of a bright pop of blue. And look at this, Twilight Butterflies. Oh my gosh, you guys, yes. And look at the blue on that. So, of course, you can mix and match. Really beautiful purples and, you know, the light kind of white tones, but the blues pop really gorgeously. I think I went through those. Okay. Sunset Butterflies. I'll show you the difference between sunset and, like, sunrise. Oh, when I had this tucked over here, I thought some of the colors looked similar, so I wanted to show you. And then they have the same sunrise, sunset, and that is so cute. So this is sunrise and sunset. They all have, you know, 3 larger and 4 smaller butterflies. Gorgeous. I'll give you a measurement on that. Very monarch kind of feel on these guys. Beautiful. And look at Moonlight. Oh my gosh. Moonlight, Twilight. Oh, that's cute. Hold on. Misty Morning, Summer Day. That's how they're pairing those. That's really cute. I love the names on those. Beautiful butterflies. Again, this one's all like black, white, gray kind of scale. A little bit of pops of color here and there. And then, I mean, that purple is just so pretty on these. Yeah, and they're gorgeous. And let me give you a little bit of measurement, since I said some are smaller, some are larger, but you know, this guy is like 1 3/4 inches and just about a little over 2 1/4 inches in the other direction. And these guys are like 1.5 inches, possibly a little shy of that, by just over 1.5 inches in the other direction. Okay, so if that gives you some idea. These are so pretty. It just reminds me a lot of like the gorgeous Becca Feekin designs they had before. This is going to definitely be a 5x7 card base if you're using it that way. So let's check this guy out. Oh my gosh, yeah. So it's like almost 7 1/4 metal to metal. And I'm giving you those numbers because that's important. Almost 5 1/4 in the other direction, but I'm assuming it cuts 5x7. Maybe a shaped card, that'd be great. And then these pieces, I was just like, that is a knockout. There are 2 of them. They could have just done one and you were going to flip it, you know, or use it the other way, but there are 2 of this piece for you to put like this filigree work. You have this beautiful oval die. I love oval shapes for cutting out, you know, my sentiments or whatever it is. I love the little dots on that one. And then you have this beautiful kind of frame scroll work. It does cut out this whole center piece because you can see it's a cutting line, so that would be gone. And then you have this piece that works really well with these sentiments. They do have 2 sentiment sets in here, and I believe they have a bundle on this Timeless collection. So I think it's a dice. I don't really remember right now. Sorry, guys. I just saw it real quickly. I guess I could pull it up, but there you go. And then we have like this beautiful border, this gorgeous filigree. It's all one piece. And it is 6 3/4, I would say, by just under 1.5 inches, maybe 1 1/4. But you also have this edge die that you can put together and make a background piece for this guy. Or, you know, maybe this just cuts into the edge of your card and then you finish it off with this beautiful filigree in there, or however you want to use it, right? One side or the other. These beautiful corners, and I guess I should give you guys names for this. I just kind of went through them. Sorry. Let me get that for you. So these are separate things. So you have this die set, and then you're gonna have this border die set, which I'm assuming it's called Timeless Borders, and then we have Timeless like corners here, but just to make sure for you guys on that one. Yeah, so Timeless Hearts, border etch dies, and then Timeless Duo etch dies, which are the corners, and then your sentiments. And like I said, there are 2 sentiment sets. I have Always You Timeless Sentiments, and this is a BetterPress plate set. And we have things like Thanks for Everything, The Best Is Yet to Come, Always. Oh my gosh, you guys, I always like, I was reading the words, I'm like, oh, it starts up here. It was Always You, Thinking of You Always, with sincere sympathy, best wishes, happy birthday to you, and sending you congrats, I think is what it says. Sure, we'll go with that. So that's what those are. So let me grab some papers, because it's going to be very paper, you know, reliant. That's the best way I can say that, because I think that's going to be really lovely. We'll start with this guy and we'll see where we'll go from there. Okay, I'll be right back. Let's start with our card base. Now, I'll go ahead and make a shaped card. So I'm going to take this big guy, and I'm just going to take this A2 size piece of paper and score it right down the center. So at 5.5 inches. So I'm not trying to save any of this, I'm just going for it. It makes it easy just to score it here and using the whole sheet. Just score that right down the center. And I'm going to take this guy, hinge it off the edge, and that's how I want to do it for the shape card. You can bring it closer, you can have it further out, you can hinge it from the top if you have a paper that's going to be really long, but I don't know if you have paper that is that long. It's probably easier to do it this way. I'll just notch out a little bit, try to keep it straight there. And so I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. And then I'm also going to run another one, just this piece. Those are cream colored paper also. Okay, I'll be right back. So I have that. And like I said, I'm going to run this through one more time, just a piece of cream colored cardstock. And this is our card base. I'll be right back. Okay, so just to start that off, I'm going to go ahead and stick that on my card base. I will say this side of the card got a little bit of like marks on it from having been run through, so I think it's better for me to cover this up actually and then leave this the way it is. So there we go. Just glue that down to start with, or you can do your whole card and build it up and then glue it on, but I'm going to go ahead and use this as my guide where I need to put the glue. I'm just going to go around all the edges and stick that top part down. Got a little glue here and wipe it on there. So it is very symmetrical. As you can see, I flipped it and it looks exactly the same. So I'm just going to hold that down for a minute, and definitely want to use those filigrees, so I'll run that through probably some gold papers and things, but I'll be right back. Yeah, I have some of the beautiful spring glitter paper here, and I think I'm going to cut that from these guys. That way, when we use some butterflies, I'll just choose some that coordinate with this. I'm not really having a plan. And I'll just run it through just like this, because I want both left and right sides, so I'll tape that down. And be careful when you tape, even with glitter paper, because it is glitter paper and your tape might still move. So just really make sure it's on there. I'll run these guys through and I'll be right back. Glitter just has like, it just came right off. So let's see. And then it's really wanting to stay down in here, so I'll pick everything up. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is a delicate die cut. It's beautiful, so I'm going to be very careful to release it from here. And then we'll pop out all the pieces that need to be popped out still. Oh my goodness, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to poke out all these different bits, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so these I'm simply just going to glue down, and what I mean by simply is I'm going to put a ton of glue hopefully on the back of my hand here, and even though that looks like a lot of glue, it won't be. By the time I dab, quite a bit of it will come away, and I'll just add more glue and dab the whole thing. See, that's already pretty gone there. I'm going to add more to this bottom section and get that put down. Since it is kind of large and everything, what I'm going to do is just kind of hold it here. I see I missed one little cutout. There we go. What I should have done was look to see first how much space you're supposed to have left, you know, as you're placing it, but I did not do that. So I am just going to kind of pop that there and see where we're at. And here, I haven't really squished anything down yet. That looks pretty good. Kind of a small area all around. Gorgeous. I'll do the same thing with the other side, and I just want to show you what that looks like already. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. That glitter just... I hope you can appreciate it there on camera. Gorgeous. I was thinking butterflies. Hello, my Paper Rose butterfly collection here. I think what I'll do is use one of these pages. Let me make sure I haven't cut into it yet, because if I've cut into it, then I will find one that's already been cut into. Oh my gosh. Oh, I have the yellow butterflies and the blue. Should we do that? Okay, let's do that. As opposed to cutting into a new page. I'm going to run this guy through, facing up like this. I mean, you know, it depends. If you decide that your card should be like this, you can definitely have them that way. Huh, you know, I didn't think about positioning them this way. Why not, right? Okay, let's go. Let's go for it. We'll do that. So I'm just going to run that bit through and I'll be right back. We have that guy. And at this point, I'm just going to see where we're at as far as our card, because that can be popped up or can just stay there like that. We still have another set of dies here. I think I'll use this to cut out my sentiment. So we have this guy, so if you want to pop that on there and just make it more ornate, you can definitely do that. So I'm thinking we probably should, and maybe run it through some gold. We have a champagne gold, we have gold. Ooh, you know what? I think the champagne gold would be really nice. It's a little more, you can tell the difference here, gold, champagne gold. I'll run it through some champagne gold, okay? And I'll be right back. This guy, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean it out. Look at that, oh my gosh, super delicate. Oh yeah, it's still together right in there, there we go. So I know you can't see it, but there he is. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring that out carefully from this glitter paper, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, and this one I'm gonna glue down basically the same way. Just putting glue on the back of my hand. We'll get it down, and then we'll decide, you know, what we want to do to put our sentiment on. I think I'm just gonna glue this flat clearly. Oh my gosh, come on, glue. And then use some dimensionals for maybe both of these topper layers to be popped up a little bit. But same thing, just dab, dab, dab in the glue. And then, as far as this guy's concerned, I'll pop it like right in here. Right, just kind of centered in there. I'll hold that down and I'll be back. So I just put some weight on that just to keep that going. We'll finish this up in just a second, but you can imagine it'll be something like this, a little bit popped up, and then we'll have our butterflies. I'm going to go ahead and BetterPress my sentiment, and then we'll try out that new BetterPress DIY and see how that is going. Sorry about that noise. So, I'll say... That is so funny. I just want to make sure, does that say congrats? That's what it looks like. Anyway, thanks for everything. We always like a good thank you card. So I'm just going to pop that there. I'll just use this because it's here, but obviously I would use maybe the smaller one for this situation. But since we have the big guy, just to show you, just keeping it flat. That looks good. I didn't even try to center this. We're going to die cut it in just a moment. And this is just some heavyweight cardstock. I always keep the 3 shims that the BetterPress came with. They're already underneath the magnetic plate, or the platen as they call it, I believe. They call this whole thing a chase. So I will take this guy and slide that in. We'll have that. Oh, that was quick. I didn't feel like a lot of pressure. It's because it's just, you know, a very fine, look at that. I mean, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'll take this guy and cut that out in just a moment. But I want to go ahead and try out that other DIY piece. So I have this guy, wishing you a beautiful day, but I'm going to use the plate just so we can see how it might work on something like this. This is one of my larger plates. And let me see. I'll pop that guy on there. Yeah. That's okay. I'm just going to grab a piece of cardstock. Should I put on a cream color? I don't really do that before. Okay, let's try that. And of course I misplaced 3 pairs of scissors during this tutorial. I put them somewhere and then they'll be underneath something and on top of something later. I am probably going to die cut that, so I'm not paying attention too much about that positioning there. Let me go ahead and get this set up. Actually, I'll bring this down a little bit. See how this magnet holds so well. Just to kind of release it by pushing the back. Bring this guy back up in here. And that way I can eyeball this better. Alright. And this is just an example, obviously. This is not going with everything else. But, I mean, I could pair it with some of the other cute things that are in the collection, right? So, let's get this guy out. And we'll see what happens. So this side's, you know, our pink, and then our hydrangea and azalea. And I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Do I want to go this way? Maybe. I'm just keeping it kind of all at once together here. And I'm going to turn it this way. I still have that blue in the center. And I'm doing the little motion that you're supposed to do when you're doing this, kind of kiss, 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 but also rub, rub, rub like this. And we'll see how that looks. So now I'm doing the pat, pat, pat. I do want more of this pink over here, so I'm going to pat, pat, pat. And turn it back this way. Really get that going. I know I really got it a lot juicier with the blue. There we go. And we'll see how that looks. Again, I can take a third color and run it down the center too. I have purples. I can definitely do that. So let's check this guy out. And there you go. Alright, pretty cool. And it just does its own thing with the two colors. Maybe at the end of, from the pink to the blue, maybe at the other side of my blue I'll add a purple just to change it up. But there you go. Okay guys, so we have this little cutie. Pop out. And then these guys. So what I'll do is just put some dimensionals behind. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do some different types of dimensionals. So a little bit higher here, but a lower dimensional behind these guys, okay? And I'll be right back. Okay guys, sorry I didn't realize I hadn't taken the backings off of those. Okay, so let me get a little bit closer here, and then we have this guy. Make sure I'm opening this card the right way so I can not have it upside down, or yeah, basically. Pop this in here, left and right. That looks pretty good to me. And then we have this gorgeous guy. I'm gonna pop it. Actually, funny enough, it does go this way, you know, but I'm just gonna pop it this way, and I don't think anybody will know. So there we go. Okay, and then let's add some butterflies. Oh man, they're all so pretty. Blue, yellow. This one has the yellow and the blue in the set, you know what I'm saying? But we can also kind of mix and match a little bit. So, oh, this one too. Actually, I feel like this one, Misty Morning Butterflies. And what I love about this is when it has a carrier sheet that you can kind of bring it out and see what it is that you wanted to do with them. Let's put this guy here. And then they have the two layers. This one's like more of an acetate layer. It's thicker and harder, and then this one's like that kind of holographic base there. Let's see here. Maybe something like that. Yeah, I'm not going to really stick that down, but if it does, that's okay. Like I said, I put a lower profile under here, so I'm not too worried about that. And then, oh, you know what? Maybe this guy, huh? What about the two smaller guys? I like the way that blue coordinates with the glittery blue in the background. And there is our card. Again, this stuff is very light, so it just kind of falls in there, but this guy's popped up at the top. So there is our card. Gorgeous, lovely collection. Again, just a couple collections, some new machines, new imagery on the machines. They're gorgeous. And then, yeah, so those new ink pads. So I'll have some images for you guys. I'll have links in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. All right, bye now.